YouTube. What's up, comic community? Batcave Comics, back for another video. To piggyback on my video yesterday, I found a little antique kind of mall, little building that had a comic book, I guess, room or display or vendor, whatever you want to call it. And I pulled some pretty decent books yesterday, and I said I was going to go back today, and I did. And I picked up this, if you can see it, which is a pretty large stack of books. So I'm not going to try to go into too much detail about these, because I don't want the video to be too long. I'm just going to quickly display them. But anyway, I went there specifically to look for like Image books that are newsstand or the DC logo books. So as I was digging through the boxes feverishly to get through 15-20 boxes, I did run into a few things that I found that I thought were kind of interesting. Nothing that was like, super huge, but some pretty decent stuff. So I'll show them today. So let me get started. I did pick up the Deadly Duo #1 for $1, and most of these were between $1 and $2. I've never seen this one, and it's just the regular one, so I picked that up for $1. And sorry about some of the stickers that are still on the front. And then I picked up Night Thrasher #1. This isn't super high grade, and it's also a newsstand copy. That's the only reason why I picked that up. And then I also picked up New Warriors #1 newsstand. Probably my 4th or 5th copy, but for $1, why not? And then I found 2 really high grade copies of NAM #1. Both really sharp, possibly 9.6 to 9.8. So, I mean, for $1 a piece, I'm not going to leave them behind. And then I also found Secret Origins starring the Doom Patrol Annual #1 for $1. And a Ghost Rider 21 for $1. I think this is my 3rd copy of that. And then when I got home today, I also had eBay delivery, so I'll show them real quick too. I also picked up this What If #20 for $2, I think. Yeah, $2. And the only reason why I picked this up is because this thing is in super high grade. I mean, from 1980, I'd say this book has a great shot at hitting a 9.8. Pretty much the only reason why I picked that up. And then for $1, I picked up Atlas Comics Police Action #3, the last book of this series. I also found Madman #1 from Image Comics, and Battle of the Planets half, Wizard half. Now I showed one of this in the last haul, but that was like a Wizard exclusive. This one here is actually the Dynamic Forces exclusive. If you can see the print right there, and then the certificate in the back. I mean, for $1, why not? And then I thought these were pretty cool. Eclipse Comics Fear Book 101. Pretty cool horror cover. I thought it was different and interesting and in high grade, so I picked that up for $1. And then from that same line, I also picked up Elf Thing, which I thought was pretty cool for $1. High grade. So, might as well. And then once again, I found some of these Marvel Tales or whatever reprints. But Marvel Tales 170 reprinting, gosh, I can't remember, the first appearance of Gwen Stacy, I think, something like that. But if I'm wrong, just correct me in the comments. And then for $1.25, I picked up Captain Marvel number 34, the introduction of Nitro. And it's not, this is kind of a low grade, but the reason why I picked it up, because this was one of the military distributed issues. You could tell by the black star right there. That's the only reason why I picked that up. And then this is a book I've been looking for that I've wanted to pick up, and it's in very low grade. The Cat number 1. I picked this up for $3. I figured it'll serve for now until I get a better copy. But this one also has the military star on it. So that's one of the reasons why I picked that up. Then I grabbed Supergirl 16, Origin Revealed. So I thought that could be a significant book later on down the road. So for $1.25, why not? I also picked up Teen Titans number 1 for $1.50. And then I picked up the Ultimate Team Up number 5. Now I believe this book had been mentioned as a low print run or something. I know there's something special with this book, but this is my second copy, and for $1, might as well pick it up. And then for $4, I found another copy of this Spider-Man number 1 from the limited series. So I thought that was a pretty good pickup. Alright, moving on. I grabbed Final Crisis 3 of 5 Revelations. Just a awesome cover. Sorry about the sticker. But I'm checking out, and the guy's got this book in his hand, you know, and he's trying to scan the UPC, and it won't scan, so he goes to scan the book behind it, and he's got a handful of books like this, and he grabs it like this and bends it forward to scan the book behind it, and I was like, yo, ho, ho, dude, you know, you damage it, I'm not buying it. For $1, I bought it anyway. But if you could see right there, he put a damn, you know, spine crease in it and broke the color. I was kind of pissed because this was in real high grade. But, I mean, for $1. And then I found Miss Fury number 1 for $1.25. Picked up Future's End number 20 for $1. Killer Joker cover. And Fantomics number 1. What did I pay? I think $1 for this too. Oh, this was $2. So we're starting to get a little better stuff now. I also found Doom Patrol number 7. First appearance of Shrapnel for $1. Picked up Extreme Justice number 16, the cameo of Legion of Doom for $1, and then a second copy of Preacher number 21 for $2, the first appearance of All Father and the Messiah. Alright, and then for $4 I found All New Teen Titans Annual number 2. The first appearance of Vigilante in super high grade. Found 2 of them. So I picked those both up. And then I found for $5 All New Yang number 1. Solid condition. Definitely could use a press. But, you know, for $5, why not? And then I thought this next book was super, super cool. I've never seen one of these before. But this book is from 7-Eleven. I've never seen one of these before. And actually, I think this was the only one. Either in this set or in this series or even they produced, I have no idea. But I saw this, I thought that was really cool. Saw the 7-Eleven sticker up there, so I had to buy it. I paid $2 for that. It's not in the best condition, probably in very good, but it's complete all together, and I wasn't going to leave it behind. And then I also found Codename Strike Force #1 Gold Edition for a couple bucks. And like I said, I found all these just flying through the boxes looking for the special UPC coded ones. And then I found this Image comic. And you know what? I can't remember the name of this thing. But it's on the inside. But this cover just was killer. The colors on this thing just pop. This thing is a beautiful, beautiful cover. And it's a first edition. Here, let me open it up real quick. Because now, I want to know what it is, because I totally forgot. See if I can read that. The New Order. The New Order #1 from 1994. And this is a first print. So, it is a first print. Super cool cover. I had to pick it up for like $1. And then another really cool cover was The Last Phantom #12, which is the last issue in that series. And when I got home, I kind of looked up this book a little bit, and this happens to be a variant cover. So I was pleasantly surprised that was a variant. And I picked that up just for the cover only. And then another book I picked up for the cover only, which is just freaking mind-blowing, is Max #9. Look at the colors on that thing. That cover is just kick-ass. And I paid, I think, $2, $1 or $2 for that. I mean, that's probably my favorite Max cover I've seen so far. That is just killer. Alright, here we go. We're winding it down. I maybe have, 10 books left. But I did find Savage Dragon 3 newsstand. Wildcats #1 newsstand. Gen 13 #1 newsstand. And the Max #1 in newsstand. And they're all in okay grade. Some of them are pretty decent. This Max here is a little beat up. It's got a couple creases up at the top and some spine ticks. But for $1, I think I paid $1. Yeah, for $1. I paid $1 for all those. So I'm not going to complain. Alright. And then I did manage to find Detective Comics 685 DC logo, 687, 688, 689, and 690, all with the DC logos in the box. And I went through probably the rest of the 15-20 boxes. It took me about 3 hours, but I pounded all through them. And those, what is it, like 5? I only found 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I only found 5 more of the DC logo books in that whole set. Alright, moving on to my eBay pickups, which I'm glad, I'd been waiting for a little bit, and they finally got here. It's only 4 books, but I did manage to pick up Our Army at War, #1. Just a great cover in fantastic condition. Loved it. I picked up Wanted in really great condition, #1. Another Bronze Age. And Jungle Action, #1. I think I picked that up for like $7, and it's in great condition. And then a book that I'd been hunting for a while was, fairly expensive, that I managed to pick up I believe I paid $20 for this because I can't find it in the wild around here. But Conan 275, the last edition, the last issue in that series. So happy to get this. Been wanting it for a while. It was either too expensive or I never ran into it. Found one on eBay. I think the guy wanted $30. I shot him a quick message. Hey man, I'll give you $20 for it. And he went, okay. So I picked that up for $20. Real happy with the book and the price. So I'm not going to complain. But thanks again, guys, for tuning in. This is ran for 15 and a half minutes. I tried to get through it as fast as I could. So those were my pickups going back to that antique mall. Now I think I'm going to take another visit instead of just concentrating on the logos. Really dig to see if I can find some important stuff. Once again, thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're not sub, please sub up. Till next time, Batcave Comics out.